Hey guys, ID here. Welcome to the 13th episode of Design Journal. In this episode, we're gonna design a logo for a clothing brand. So this is the 10th design brief that was sent in to me by 30logos.com, and as you can see on your screen, it's from Linda Bishop, and she's from a company called Anchor. Anchor is a clothing line, and so what they want for a logo is they want the logo to be fairly simple and have the iconic shape of an anchor, and they don't want to be too obvious, so they want to avoid blues and are open to any other colors. And yeah, so that's basically it. You can read the full brief if you want more information, but that's the summary of it, I guess. And so yeah, let's get to designing then. So I wanted to do this a little bit different this time. I guess that was pretty. I guess you're getting used to that. So let's do something different this time. So I already made the logo. I'm just gonna show you the process behind it, like the steps, like what I followed and how did I go there. Okay, and I think this would help you a lot. Please let me know if you like this one or that one in the comments below. So let's just start with the design. So as you can see, this is what I started with. And for you wondering, this is my Wacom stylus that I use for my Wacom tablet, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, so coming back to the design. So this is what I started with. It's a anchor, and they wanted it to be specifically in it because it's iconic. Everyone anyone could tell this is an anchor, and the company's name is Anchor, so that makes sense, I guess. So I was looking to make it into something that would actually help the brand, instead of just giving them a random anchor icon. I sort of feel like it should be unique to them. So like as you can see, these are just outlines right now. So these are not shapes, these are the strokes. And so I was looking for doing something with it, and so I added it to the bottom of the O. This font is Bachura extra bold, extra black, BT, and so as you can see, it looks good, I guess. But the problem with this is, like, when you're gonna actually place it inside a square icon, the text is gonna feel off-centered a lot. Okay, so this is the problem that I was facing with this one. And then I was actually these are still strokes, but I applied stroke effects. Maybe I was just experimenting with that, looking for to something that would click, that could work. But yeah, so as you can see, then I started sketching out some ideas, in the ways that I could actually merge the text and the icon together, or maybe add an element to it so that it does not feel so random or abstract. I wanted it to be related to the brand in some way or the other. So this was one idea that I had, but I thought this would be too obvious. Then I was actually thinking about them being a clothing brand, and so yeah, I sketched this really bad idea. This is really bad, okay. But yeah, so the idea was this part is the anchor, and then it's a t-shirt. I mean, this is like literally the worst idea that I could ever think of, but yeah, whenever you're brainstorming, you get bad ideas as well, but that's good. Okay, so I actually made it into the vector form as well. These are still strokes, no shapes, but no, I didn't quite feel good about it, so I just dropped it. Then I made this one. So it's a text typographic logo, and so what I did, this is basically an iteration of the first one that I did, where the text was anchor and the anchor was below it. And so I felt like I could actually balance them with the snap of my finger. No, not that, but yeah, by actually improving it. And so what I did was I made the O a little bit smaller, as you can see, and what that allowed me to do is actually shrink down the size of the anchor so that it is not feeling like that outward from the design, from the actual text. So yeah, so what I did was I used the font Avenir Next bold, and I made the O in the lowercase. Now this is really important. Now, if I were to make an uppercase O, let me actually show you that. So yeah, so if I were to make an uppercase O, okay, and then this uppercase O, let's convert it into outlines. Command Shift O or Control Shift O on your Windows, then ungroup them, okay. And then if I were to shrink it down, the problem is now this does not feel like the same font as this, so the continuity of the word is lost in that process. And so yeah, so this making it in the lowercase really helped, because now all these are consistent with each other, okay. And whenever typographic logos, like you're making typographic logos, this is really important. So let's just delete that. That was just a random thought I had. What I did then was to actually add like two rectangle and a half semicircle. Semicircle is a half circle. So yeah, so I added the semicircle below it. This is just a stroke right now, but yeah. So as you can see, the width of the rectangles and the stroke width of this semicircle is actually the same, or it feels the same as the text. And this was really important for this font, for this logo to work, in my opinion. But everything should feel united, okay? Because we're not trying to create contrast. Like if the O or the anchor did not feel a part of the text, I don't think then this logo would have good readability, okay? And so yeah, this is something that I wanted to focus on. And so then what I did was I made the semicircle a little bit bigger, okay, so that it connects the H and R, and it's more of a part of the design actually, instead of just being an extra element, okay. And I think yeah, it was a good idea. And so what I did then next was I don't know where it is. Oh shoot! All right, I think I just undo everything. No? Oh no, not at all. So yeah, so this was actually converted into shapes already. That's cool. And so the way you convert the stroke into shapes is that you select the stroke. Let's select the stroke, and you go to Object and you go to Expand. And then its Expand window pops up, and you select Fill and Stroke, and you hit OK. Now, if you see, this is a shape. Earlier it was a stroke. Shape, stroke. I'm just gonna leave it to stroke for now, okay? And so yeah, so this one is the shape now. The last step was to unite everything, and so that this is a single element, and this is the O that we have. And I think yeah, so at this point it was the final that I'm going to use this logo. Then the next thing was to choose colors, okay. They made it really specific in the brief that they didn't want any blue, and I was actually defaulting to blue like a lot, but that one line in the brief actually allowed me to be on the track. So I was looking for some colors, and I chose this orange, really nice orange, and a very dark gray. It's not black, it's gray, but a very dark one. And so yeah, so these are the colors that I chose. And I made the actual anchor in a different color so that it gets some attention of its own. But yeah, it's not too much of a contrast that you would read it as a different word altogether. So that's what I was going for. And so yeah, as you can see, this is the logo. Yeah, let me know how you feel about the design and the videos in general. I would really love to hear your feedback, and keep hitting me up on my social media. I'm really active on them and would love to have a conversation with you guys. And yeah, do let me know if you like this way of going through the process, or the traditional way that I was doing for the last I don't know, 10-12 videos maybe I've done, in which I just screen recorded everything, time-lapsed it and did a voiceover over that. Or maybe this sort of thing where I actually show you the process, I do the commentary or whatnot. So yeah, I'm waiting for your feedback on that. And yeah, that's it. Stay tuned because more stuff is coming really soon. Okay, bye.